that. So they have a lot of ways of just playing the long-term economy game and take out these objectives. And you and I were having a discussion, right? Artur, he does love to farm. Although, to be fair, in a couple of those games we've seen him, he has taken a more active position. So I think that's something 5RAT might want to punish, you know, that farming pace that RTZ likes to build up for himself.
We might have a very early team fight. There is a big smoke up here, just wrapping around. Stominant seems to have an idea this might be happening, so he does hang around that tier 1 tower. Smokes will expire. Sprays placed. Rotate into the mid lane. Shopify really wanting to get started onto a good foot here.
30 seconds to battle.
Mid lane, Saberlight shows himself as well, almost just trying to bait them in. Nobody from 5RAT giving them what they want, even Crit taking a tower hit, just for good measure. And I don't think 5RAT are going to oblige. I don't think they want to go for the fight. But we'll give it a second, we'll see if they do. There is still maybe going to be a bit of a fight over this bottom bounty rune. Bit of a split up here from Shopify, only 3 left down on this bottom side. 5RAT going to drag their 3 over as well. And Shopify, they do not want the beef. They will back off. And while we have a chance, we do actually have a video, this time with Speed. We are Speed. How can you tell if you're winning a game? Let's hear from Speed.
How can I tell if we have the game in bag? I mean, I think my team generally knows we're going to win after we make it out of the laning stage. It's no problem. You know, we're just too good mid-game. No one stands a chance, so it's pretty straightforward. 10 minutes, if we're ahead by 2K, it's just done. Game is over.
That hasn't been my experience in these EU servers, let me tell you, Speed. I've been winning 3 lanes at once, and we still can't win the damn game. I got to brush up on those guides, I think, John. It hasn't been panning out for me.
It's been a bit rough for 5RATFORCESTAFF as well. You know, we see them sometimes come out with that 2K lead he mentioned, and not quite transitioning to that win. So we'll see if it's something that changes around. Of course, Shopify Rebellion is one of the tougher teams to kind of get that done up against. And we're already seeing a lot of harassment out onto Speed. I believe the earlier panel on Western Europe was talking about all the mangoes. I'm liking to see that here as well. Like, we've got 5 mangoes up on Speed. We've got a good amount of mangoes on Saberlight. Mangoes are fun. Mangoes are great.
They are. Bring back Mango Tree, I reckon.
Oh, yes.
What is this? Remember that? What's that stupid item, the stupid neutral now that gives you like 7 HP regen? The Seeds of Serenity.
Yes.
That makes me sick. Such a trash item to have to pick up from the neutrals. Give me Mango Tree back.
Yeah, Mango Tree was great. Maybe, honestly, really busted when you plant it in your base. You know, you respawn, you grab a couple of mangoes, pass them on. It's a lot of economy that you gain from that. Still Speed, still rough here.
Big trouble. It's very hard to lane against the Ursa as the Beastmaster. And, you know, I made a bit of a point, John, saying that the draft of 5RAT had very good laning stage with the heroes they've drafted. Thing is, you can still get outplayed. And, well, for Stominant, he's only level 1 with Impetus. Right? He doesn't have the enchant to try and slow them down. He can't abuse it with taking a neutral creep. It's still very rough here for the Beast.
Yeah, it's a tougher time. Speed's timing into the Dominator might get thrown off a bit. Very nice lane for Artur, though. RTZ is just going to be able to farm up, fly. He might cop a couple of Impetus, but level 1 is really not that much of a threat. The cooldowns are pretty annoying to play up against. So already pretty good here for RTZ. Just going to be happy enough to farm up. I think the mid lane is where they might be able to apply a little bit more pressure with Kits. We've seen his Tiny versus Tusk matchup. You know, it does still tend to feel good for Tusk, but Tiny does have a little bit more play. You can get a lot here with your supports out from 5RAT. Like, if you get a good enchanted creep down the line, rotate mid with a Jakiro, you're going to have enough damage to potentially melt through Abed. Issue now is with your side lanes going the way they are, whether or not you even have room to get that done.
Yeah. Very, very tough scenario already. All lanes currently being dominated by Shopify Rebellion. I think the mid lane's the only one going even right now. And that is a Tiny, to be fair. Abed's still ahead, 16-4 compared to the 12-1. So it's still pretty rough on their part. And Kits, he kind of has to be the saving grace on this Tiny, because again, the side lanes are not doing well. Top lane, Speed is going to drop once again. Pretty rough affair. Obviously trying to go for the Axes build here on the Beastmaster, but only level 2 at the moment. RTZ seeing it at level 3. That's the thing. One initiation from Fly. He hits a Frostbite or a Crystal Nova. You're basically just as good as dead. There's no saving it.
Yeah, there's no running from Fuzzy Wuzzy here. You also get the boots already up on Artur, so you can just easily chase now. No issues coming out here to keep that aggression up. And again, you have some good presence out from Ench. Ideally, you'd kind of want to shove Fly away, make him feel really uncomfy in that lane. Only now hits level 3. Level 2 Impetus can kind of help you just zone Fly out. You have an issue for Stamina now where your mana pool isn't the healthiest. You have, what, 2 uses of Impetus and a Mango left in the tree? So maybe just 3 Impetus shots onto Fly. After that, Fly can just keep applying that pressure. And then, you know, the one lane we haven't looked down, Bot. Even Bot is not going well for 5RAT. I really love this last pick, Underlord coming out from Shopify, just because it's a great lane matchup up against Anaga. You've got good wave clear, you can just make it tough.
Arteezy's having a very, very good time top lane. That's his second kill of the game. 2-0-1 is the Ursa. You talked about the bot lane not going too well, and I certainly agree. And it goes back to the brilliant drafting here from Shopify Rebellion. Like, picking the last pick Underlord against the draft that 5RAT have, we kind of made the comment that they had so much push and so much rat potential with this draft. Against an Underlord, though, it's kind of his expertise to put a stop to that. And speaking of the devil, Saberlight and Crit, they will secure a kill now onto Albino Zebra.
Yeah, it's rough for DNM. He's not getting as much as he'd want to. He's not dying. I guess that's a big positive for him. He's still managing to farm, keep up somewhat within 4 CS of Arteezy's Ursa. But Saberlight has a free lane, 31-4 up there in the CS, being uncontested so far on this Underlord. The damage output of Albino Zebra is just not enough to really scratch an Underlord. You just have so much HP, you've got the Ring of Health already up, Vanguard not too far away, and you can, even down the line, you can start to set up with Pit of Malice. That isn't even leveled up by Saberlight. They haven't needed to play around his potential with a Mirana yet.
Absolutely. 0-4, 2k advantage. I believe Speed himself said during the laning stage, if you have a 2k advantage, the game's as good as done. Thank you for that insight, Speed. I guess we can take our headsets off and relax, John. It's all over.
Yeah, Speed's got to stop giving these hot tips in the interviews. I mean, come on, you know, he's got the game lead. You got to check it out. You can't give all the secrets away to success in just these interviews, Speed, although we do appreciate it.
How can you not? Oh, hold on a minute. Mid lane. Arrow's going to land from Crit. Kits really surely has nowhere to go, but a nice toss away. Problem is Fly's going to cut him off. Crit looking for the kill. Abed still following him up. Has the Walrus Punch, and he'll hand the Walrus Punch over. Kit's going to be the 5th kill here for the side of Shopify Rebellion. And things are just not looking any prettier as time goes on.
Yeah, it's slow going for 5RAT, and this does not bode well for their draft. You want that aggression to come in. You want that push potential to really kick up, and then you start buying space out for DNM, and it just doesn't feel like you've kind of been able to get what you want from these lanes, especially mid. It feels like Kits is really the key factor to enable 5RAT to hit that mid-game pace, and this Tiny is just off to a much slower start than you'd really want to play with.
Bottom lane, Crit. He is going to drop Albino Zebra, able to secure the first kill for 5RAT. DNM probably would have enjoyed that kill himself, but nevertheless, that's the first kill on the board here for 5RAT.
Yeah, nice little pickup. You take what you can get here. DNM's around to at least soak some EXP, get a little bit of bounty gold going his way as well. But you're not too shaken if you're Shopify. You're still having this free lane for Saberlight, having this good Vanguard timing. And that does allow a bit of a reset for Abed with a bottle top-up as well, immediately onto mid, and maybe look for a kill opportunity.
Absolutely. Abed maybe just trying to bait Kids in. No, Crit will make it very well known that he is around the corner. Good time to bring up, of course, the betting odds here from our betting partners, esportsbets.io. It was 1.04 to the 9.29, and well, mid lane, we might just see why, because Kids has been caught out once again here on the Tiny. A lot of rotations to come in. Saberlight using the Fiend's Gate. He'll go right back towards that bottom lane. Just a quick trip. In fact, they want DNM.
Oh.
Everyone's coming in. DNM. He'll try to mirror image, but the shards are there. Abed will block the way. Tips out from Saberlight. And Saberlight's tipping because he knows that DNM probably should have backed off.
Yeah, you could see that TP from mid. You know, you saw where that Fiend's Gate went out. You know, you see everyone channeling in. You should back off. Good kill so from Shopify Rebellion. Really great use out with the aggression that you can get done with Fiend's Gate, which is something that we don't see a lot of Underlords usually do, but it does come out really strong here for Saberlight. While all of that's happening, you still have this really free lane for Arteezy to go into his Battle Fury, and there's just no contest. I mean, the focus of 5RAT is just all over the map. They're trying to give Kids a good lane. They're trying to get DNM some space out. Speaking of, still being chased down even in his own jungle. Just 2 supports enough to shove him away.
I mean, they don't need to back. That's the thing. Like, they've got a 4K advantage. They know how scared 5RAT must be right now, and well, that they certainly are. Even Kit's mid lane, very far forward, understanding Crit was just around the area. He could cop an arrow here. Abed might be able to set it up with a snowball into shards, and here we go. They'll make the jump in. Kits will try to buy himself a little bit of time, but the toss is on a creep. Walrus punch. There it is, Abed. He's kind of playing with his food there for a moment. And you've really got to be able to read the map, right? Like, you just saw DNM being chased down. You've got to know they're trying to hunt mid.
Yeah, but there's not much room for you to go anywhere else, though. Like, top lane, you're just camping it with Stominin. Speed's in that triangle, trying to get some stacks built up, trying to get some farm on the large camp. And the bot lane's just not feeling that safe with Saberlight being so tanky now. So you don't have too many options for 5RAT to kind of play here, and the mid's just a constant focus. They're just diving in, got the DD and Abed, getting a good shove in, and there's not many options to kind of defense. Saberlight gets a solo push down bot, uncontested. I mean, everything's just lining up for Shopify.
Mid lane, here comes the Fiends get again. Saberlight coming in from the rear, and that is going to be a very painful experience for the side of 5RATFORCESTAFF, and there he goes again. In fact, never mind, he'll stick around for a little bit longer. Why the hell not? Saberlight, he's gone, but the mid-tier 1 tower will go with him. It's a very rough affair at the moment for 5RAT.
Yeah, they just don't have any answers. There's not much they can get done at the moment. They really need a couple of items up. The Dominator's already up on speed, but the blink timing's key for Kits. That's their best initiation. The toss back with the Avalanche, Roar to follow through. They will smoke up here. They're trying to get some action out with Kits. But look at this, like a Moonlight Shadow out from Shopify Rebellion, swinging around, no vision to kind of catch him out here.
Yeah, here comes Arteezy, Stominin. He's getting ripped apart by the Ursa. Crit will take the kill. Snowball forward. Speed also caught. That's going to be another. Crit will take both of them, in fact. In fact, here they come. 5RAT, they're going to try and force a fight. It's a 2v4. I don't think they can. Toss up. Frostbite is there. Hold them down. And 5RAT, well, wishful thinking, I would argue there. I mean, they're trying, but they'll just keep diving. Shopify, they just... I mean, they're smurfing, John. Smurfing is looked down upon in Dota 2. You can't just do that.
Yep, time to bring out those reports. Report every single account. Not a fun game at all for 5RATFORCESTAFF at the moment.
Nope.
And it's hard to see a recovery plan. Down the line, I suppose DNM could be this massive beast. But speaking of, he's just being chased by Saberlight. Saberlight chosen lane. He is 2 levels ahead of DNM. DNM does not even have his bot jungle to play with. They haven't cleared top tier 1, so that area is not safe as well. And Shopify Rebellion, they're the ones with everything to play with. Yeah, they've got all the tools. They've got the map control. Smoke out once more with Abed and Fly. And there's just nothing to stop that.
Here we go. Mid lane. They're having a hunt around. I think DNM's going to be the primary target, of course, on that Naga. He has not skilled up Song either, so it should be a fairly easy kill if they can make the jump, but never mind. They'll see Albino Zebra instead. Arrow, not going to connect, blocked off by the mirror images, and Shopify actually going to back here. Not feeling too confident to run up to the high ground of that Radiant Triangle. Mind you, I suppose they can't see the fact that 5RAT are up top because they are hiding in the tree line. So fair enough for them to back off. Instead, Arteezy currently being hunted down, but they won't make the jump in. Back into the mid lane. There goes the Fiend's Gate. They're going up top, but who are they going to catch? Just the dominated creeps here from speed. And both the dominated and enchanted creep go down. Saberlight, he'll enjoy the 100 gold right back into the mid lane.
That is a ridiculous use of pressure, though. Like, you sacrifice this fairly long cooldown to just break up that 4-man rotation up on 5RATFORCESTAFF, give Artur space to farm. They're looking to regroup 5RAT, which is a really good read, knowing that they've probably backed off. They could try to make a play on Arteezy, but they're not really geared up for that either. Like, level 7 on Stommin and level 7 even on Kit. Still 3 levels ahead on Artur. Very tanky on that Ursa just by stats alone, a little bit tankier than you'd expect.
Yeah.
It's a tough move to make. You know, Speed's still concentrating on farming. He's clearing out these ancient stacks himself, trying to get that timing on to help the Overlord, where it feels a little bit comfier to commit for that rat that we were expecting from 5RATFORCESTAFF. But you're 10k behind. You're 1 to 14. Shopify Rebellion, They've got the Battle Fury up on RTZ. He's going to be farming like crazy now, widening that gap between him and DNM, which is already pretty damn wide. And the map is just so hard to hold. DNM's having to dip into the enemy jungle, and his smoke breaks. Saberlight's just farming that area, and he's forced to run back. He's not achieving anything.
It's the awkward thing because you got two heroes that want to farm right now. Like you mentioned it, but Speed wants the Helm of the Overlord, but DNM needs time to farm, and the only safe space right now for DNM is the Radiant Triangle. And hell, even that might not be too safe very soon, considering how aggressive Shopify have been. I love the itemization as well from Saberlight, like going for the Crimson Guard, which I believe our observer pointed out just a minute ago. Very smart when you're versing these heroes like Enchantress and Beastmaster, because the creeps they dominate do nothing with the Crimson Guard. They literally do no damage.
Yeah, it just takes away that threat of the chipping away. Even on objectives, when you manage to use it, they're a really good use of just stopping that push that 5RAT will want to bring out at some point. Really, really tough for 5RAT to play the way their draft is meant to play, which is just this hyper-aggressive, objective-taking lineup. And, well, all the Tier 1 still stand for Shopify Rebellion. I think that says everything. If you have this kind of draft that just wants them out Tier 1s, threaten Tier 2s, take over jungle, and you're 15 minutes in and you haven't taken even a single Tier 1, you're in pretty rough shape. You know, just going back to what Speed said, if you come out of laning phase with a 2K lead, you feel good about your team. Shopify Rebellion, if they heard that tip, they might be like, all right, this is it. This is it.
It's all over. And now Roshan's underway, and I've got to admit, I was surprised Roshan wasn't taken earlier, considering how the game was going. TZ's still paying his respect to 5RAT, but now they will take it. Absolutely no issues here for that. Aegis up on RTZ. 5RAT, well, they are hanging around that Radiant jungle, just trying to buy themselves a little bit of time. But again, all three cores require so much fun. Hell, even DNM, look at his position right now. He's just cutting creep waves in the mid lane, trying to hold any kind of push attempt that the side of Shopify Rebellion could go for. Problem is, though, he's about to be hunted. Flies right behind him. DNM still running. Crystal Nova will connect. Frostbite will be out. Arrow will connect as well. And this is just two supports. It's not... Oh, it's not nice. Like, I know people are going to laugh at DNM for doing that, but he kind of has to.
That's actually the only play you can really get done, as you mentioned, Mike, because there's no space.
That's it.
It's the only part of the map you can farm in. And, well, you're just so far behind that the supports just have enough damage by themselves to melt you. Down bot?
Yeah, I mean, he's just trapped in the shards. No chance of getting out. Arbed will take him down. Third kill for Arbed this game. Meanwhile, topside Saberlight, he sees Stominant. He'll get the Pit of Malice off. Body blocks coming out, trying to buy a bit of time for his teammates, and here comes Arbed. Shards out, snowball there. Hold on a minute though, kids. Avalanche tosses there, maybe. No, they can't. Arbed's way too tanky, or is he? Trying for the TP, but no! Oh no.
That is demoralizing. I mean, you don't find Stominant, but you don't find that big kill on Arbed. And it's these small things you can get away with when you're ahead that can really, I don't know, just emphasize how far behind you are when you're kind of playing this game right now. 5RAT, they catch out Crit. Maybe they find this one.
Have they caught Crit? Or has Crit caught them? Well, Fly's going to get tossed up. Fly's gone, so they've got themselves a Crystal Maiden. Meanwhile, Speed's being attacked here by RTZ. Snowball would be there from Arbed, so that's going to be Speed gone. Rotations in from Stominant. Can they capitalize here? Can Shopify Rebellion go down in a team fight? They're only down a Crystal Maiden at the moment. TZ's still got an Aegis up, so chances are they've got no chance of a fight to go their way right now. And that'll be it. Both sides go back to farming, accept the space that DNM has kind of had for himself now in the Naga Siren. And I say space, he's still at a very ugly point in the map.
Yeah, he still doesn't have as much room as he'd want. RTZ's just trailing his illusions, clearing out the camps that he'd love to take for himself. He has managed to at least climb to #1 for his team. He's still like 2K behind in comparison to Arbed, 4K behind when compared to RTZ. There's some key timings. You can kind of look into the future now. Manta, Heart, probably the play here for DNM. You just need to be durable and hope that's enough, although...
Speed. Oh. Yeah, getting jumped on by Arbed. Saberlight, very quick reactions will be there to help out just in case Arbed needed it. That'll be another kill onto this Beastmaster. And of course, Saberlight, he doesn't like this part of the map. John, he's going to go back up top.
Yeah, keep farming, keep split pushing, shrinking that map, keep applying that pressure.
Arbed.
Oh, no.
Arbed. TP away. No, they've got the snowball. Arrow's not going to connect. It's probably not going to matter, though. DNM's trying to run, but Crit will have his way with him. And Arbed's doing Arbed things at the moment. He's just basically haunting the side of 5RAT.
Yeah, he's making it impossible for them to find the item timings they'd want. You know, the Naga with Manta Heart perhaps down the line. I mean, you'd be happy enough just finding the Manta at this point. And maybe going for something a little bit faster, although I just don't see any simple fix.
Arrow, mid lane. Kits will get caught out. Arbed just around the corner. Saberlight even shows up. Very nice Pit of Malice catching both of them. Right on the edge for Albino Zebra. There you go. Another couple kills there for the side of Shopify Rebellion. And I've got to say, the one thing I really liked about the roster changes while we have a chance for Shopify is the fact that they added Saberlight. He's such a versatile offlane, and he's the kind of guy as well where he's not going to be too greedy, right? Like, if he needs to make space, he'll make space.
Yeah, he just plays what the team needs. He's queuing up Divine. I know that was a Radiance a while ago. I'm pretty sure that was a Radiance a while ago, but you know what?
I was just praising you, Saberlight. Arrow's going to land. Bye-bye, Stominant. In fact, never mind. Still running. Saberlight on the chase. There's your Crimson card from Saberlight. But Macropie is still going to do the damage. Saberlight. I have jinxed Saberlight very effectively.
The number's up.
He dies. 3-2-2. We've got it. We've achieved it.
That's it.
Well done, ladies and gentlemen. We got it.
Yeah, handshakes all around. We've hit the score line.
Firm handshakes.
That's all Saberlight wanted to do. Give us the memes, right?
Yeah.
Very glad that he didn't have the farm for the full Divine, I'm sure, at that point. If you will proceed with us.
Mid lane, DNM. Snowball will be there from Arbed. No escape for him. I feel like Saberlight's trying to add a challenge to the mix here. I feel like at some point he's just going to give it away. Speed. Being chased down. Ice Path will lock them all down. Not really going to matter though. Arteezy's not going to give up on the chase. Enchant will slow him down, however, but Speed's still just getting chipped at. Arrow's going to land in the shards. Fly, somehow still alive from those impetus shots. He'll be okay to survive though. Nope, no toss. Fly's still alive. By the way, shout out to Saberlight. He's got a YouTube channel, John, and a TikTok channel apparently, and I've been tuning in. Very, very entertaining.
I'm sure it is. And the guy just knows how to... He's a very entertaining fella, right? Like, he's always had these hot takes, and he's just very... He brings stuff in his bat. He eats fruits.
He eats
like
buns. Bread.
Yeah. In the
He's
bat.
a sicko.
It's the ideal location. Lots of moisture to moisturize your bread. I don't know where I'm going with that. It's not pleasant, wet bread.
Well, you haven't done him many favors in kind of, me pointing out his YouTube channel there, John, but bottom lane, Kits, he's not having too many favors either this game. Kick is up for Arbed, so that's going to mean the Tiny is just going to get kicked to the curb. Bye-bye, Kits. Here comes Saberlight with the Fiend's Gate. Albino Zebra's not looking very safe, but you know they want speed. You know they want the Beastmaster. In goes Arbed, kick him right back to the side of Shopify Rebellion. More shards out. Albino Zebra, not looking very good at the moment. At least he has a sense of humor. He puts the hand up.
Yeah, puts the hand up and gets a high five at least for his trouble. Good to see Saberlight did go for the Radiance. No, I was slightly worried about him actually going for the Divine. Goes for the more serious play. Radiance Burn, evasion to deal with Naga. Just more ways to cut off that physical output that you want with a clump up. And 5RAT, the only positive is, well, they're finding space for DNM. He even finds 3 bounties for himself up top. So that's some good farm coming in, right? Like, that's a way to kind of build up and hold and hope and cope.
It's a lot of cope, John. A lot of cope. It's not getting any easier. 3-27. 23k advantage. Arteezy going for a basher now just to really make sure nobody gets away from this Ursa. Like to take a moment to point out that Thiuth was wrong. We have passed the 20-minute mark, by the way, John. Surprise, surprise. Thiuth's incorrect again. We'll have a chat about that in the green room in just a moment. You know who would have done it faster? Sumail. I mean, Thiuth will just talk about it in a moment. Onto the Mirana they go. Crit. He actually gives a lot of gold away. Abed with a nice kickback onto Kits. And that's going to be the tiny to go down. Crit even buying back. Meanwhile, though, Arteezy. Arteezy's been caught out, but he's got the enrage up. Speed, a decent roar, a song committed. DNM, are you going to go for this fight? Speed. He'll try and TP and we'll make it out, but DNM's been left alone. Where's the coordination, boys? I mean, they just songed and stood there to allow Speed to TP away. But then your carry died.
Yeah, it's not the most worthwhile exchange for sure. And you do find one nice kill. I mean, Crit is worth a lot. You make him buy back as well, but he doesn't lose anything. He gets his gem back from that kill on Kits. And as long as his Naga stalled out, and it does feel like the Naga is your last hope here. At scaling, the illusions being tanky down the line, he is going for what looks to be parts of the Bloodtorn into the Mage Slayer first. So, you know, trying to hit these early timings, but we're not in the early point of the game anymore, Mike. Building into the mid-game, 25 minutes in. They spot Roche being up as well, so Shopify Rebellion have a pretty good objective to go for. 5RAT is smoking up. They've got the full Overlord up, so there's a little bit more presence out from Speed, but they have no clue that Roche is happening. Or Ward just not really spotting them out yet. And it's just going to go for free again.
That it will. That'll be shards up for Arteezy, so then Enrage is just going to be up 24/7 now, as if it wasn't hard enough to kill this man. 17.5k net worth for Arteezy. Everyone TP down to the bottom lane. DNM, do not stay there, Sir Saberlight right by him, just sniffs him out in the tree line. DNM, I don't think there's any way out of this. Like, he could try and run through the tree line, but he's got no song up. It's only level 1. Cooldown's too high.
Got bashed.
Gets bashed immediately,
That's
you know.
That's just rough. Oh, Fly.
Fly, mid lane, Crystal
no.
Maiden. No, he'll force staff away, kick him right back to Fly. You're not trapped with me, I'm trapped with you, he says. And there we go, Shopify, another kill for themselves. 4th at the 31. Speed, he's going to try and get something done. He does find Crit, that's one for himself, but Arbet's going to have his way with him now. Speed is still chasing down Fly on the Crystal Maiden. It's not going to matter though. 4 down for 5RAT.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, look, you find a kill.
Hey, hold on a minute. I've seen this before. Nice fire back, Stomminen.
Yeah, there you
GG.
go.
Yeah.
All right. Enough fun and games. I mean, look, we saw
Fun for
the
who, John?
odds.
Fun for who?
Fun for someone. I'm sure Shopify had a little bit of fun there, right? Like they probably enjoy it. Saberlight was, you know, queuing up the Divine. Maybe he got yelled at when someone saw, hey, I thought you were going Radiance. What's this Demon Edge doing on the queue up, huh? What are you doing, Saberlight, huh? Trying to give a hand.